Okay, fine. I first heard about sex from the street. Then coupled with the fact that if you are staying in the house with your parents, if there's a sex scene that is being displayed on the movie, see, nobody needs to tell you. You just subconsciously turn away your eye. Subconsciously, but you're using the side eye just to watch. Because if my mother catches you watching,
You're
you
gone.
don't enter wahala. So subconsciously, you just need to advise yourself. See, from the point of kissing self, you just look away.
And they will just close your eye like this.
Close your eye, Papa. Nobody will trust you. Look away. Because if
Yeah.
my close eye with one finger, they look, you get. So now we started hearing about it in the streets. I don't know why Nigerian parents they don't talk about this because it's actually supposed to be talked about.
Yeah.
But that's by the way, because I know say we'll get there. So since we have talked about where we learned about this, I'm going to you, Ricky. Have your parents ever sat you down for one day to talk about this word sex? Or did they just expect you to know it magically?
My parents have never talked to me about sex. Like the only thing my mother would tell me when she discovered that I was now getting like being matured enough, that she would just call me and say, and would start telling me I should stop, I should not even talk to a guy on the street. I will now be like, what happened? Why won't I talk to a guy? You'll be like, they will get you pregnant. I will say,
Just by talking
how?
to a guy.
Just like that. And before I believe that even talking to a guy just like that without being touched, she'll get pregnant because of the way she put some fears in me. So she never taught me about sex. The only thing is that she will always put fear in my body that I should not go close to a guy. I did not know what sex was all about.
That means you figured it out all by yourself.
Yes.
Oh wow. Self-taught education.
Yes.
Baby Alpha.
I'm fine.
Okay, so did you have this encounter that maybe you talked your parents talked to you about this word sex, or did they expect you to magically learn it and be perfect in it?
Mhm. Not for once. Before I started seeing my period, she'll be like, once a lady is seeing a period, don't touch a guy. Once you touch a guy, you get pregnant.
Don't touch a guy.
Like, don't go close to a guy. That once you start seeing your period, you have become a woman. Anything can happen
Wow.
and can,
Anything can happen.
yeah, like,
Parents.
but for once, they never taught us about sex. What is all about, what will be the outcome, what it feels like.
Only put fear.
Just the fear. Don't just go close to a guy. Why? I have a brother and you expect me not to, maybe because when I started my period, self, even my dad, if I'm on my period, I don't go close to him. All because of that
He's a guy.
fear, like is a man. The fear of getting pregnant. I don't even know that they have to be an like intercourse, like you have to be a connection for that pregnancy to come about. All I believed then was that if a man touches me, I will get pregnant.
One.
Okay. You know that our parents those days they will just tell you, just like as you said, if a man touches you, you get pregnant. That's just like all these small belief that they made us to believe when we are much younger. Just like when they told you if you swallow any seed, it will grow out from your head. Anytime that you mistakenly swallow a seed, you become scared subconsciously. So now they will tell you if you touch a man, you become pregnant. It's just like a story that I heard. This said lady, the mother told her rather, don't allow any man to see your pants. To me, that was not the right message to say. Don't allow any man to see your pants. And now, whenever they want to get down, they'll say, you will not see my pants. She'll go to the bathroom and remove the pants. Because the message was that don't allow any man to see your pants.
Jesus.
So she just capitalized on that one. No man should see my pants. So to me, that's not the right message to pass. Don't allow any man to see your pants. And they are still doing what you want them to prevent. She just keep it to that promise. Don't allow any man to see your pants. To me, it doesn't make sense.
Make sense at all.
It doesn't make sense. So do you think that these our parents they did not do right by not first letting us to know about this? Because this generation, not just this generation, even the people outside, like if you go to the whites, they start talking about this topic from the little age, maybe like a child of 7 years, they'll start telling you. I've seen a child that if you mistakenly touch their clothes, my mother said nobody should remove my clothes.
Yes.
It will start as far as from there.
Yeah.
Not just don't allow a man to touch you. How? Because those messages, they were being passed but in a wrong way.
Yeah.
And at the long run, it doesn't really pass the main message.
It affects.
It affects.
Our country is a different country compared to those white people.
But we
You
are colonized by
understand?
them.
Yes.
Yes.
And our parents, we feel like they want to teach us about it, but they are scared. You understand? Because one thing about we in Nigeria, when they tell us to do something, we do it extra. That one is true. We do it extra. So they are scared that if they teach us about sex, maybe we will do it. Maybe even though you are not up to that level, you feel like you want to try it. They were scared about it, that they don't want to tell us the real facts about sex. They just want us to learn it when the time is right. You understand? Like for me, how I know about it is they taught me from school. You understand? There was one certain time when I was in SS2, we had a practical. All those health people, they came to our school. So they were doing practical about condom. Understand? So by that time, I was not even up to that level of saying I will start having sex. But if you listen to that message that day, like the way they practicalize everything that day, the thing was just so real. Even if you don't know about sex, the emotion that day, oh God, I know how to insert condom, how to do that. The way they bring all those objects and they were just doing the practical in our presence, and the thing was just looking so real.
Okay.
Understand? So our parents might not teach us, but you can learn it from anywhere, especially when you reach to that stage of knowing about sex.
Can I tell you why you were flabbergasted when they brought it to your
Okay?
school? It was because you were not taught about it. I think that was the first time you know about
Yes.
it, which is not supposed to be. What we are saying now is that it's not that our parents to tell us, to teach us everything about it, but at least tell us what we need to know. What sex is, how to go about it, how to prevent some consequences, like you understand. It's not as if you just allow us to just go like that, we don't know anything about it, don't touch a guy, you
Of
know.
which our parents will never like.
Yeah,
No
we know our
parents.
parents will not do that, but we, as the upcoming generation, we should do that so that it won't
You
affect
cannot do it.
other generation.
You
I
cannot
can do
permit
it because it's part of the curriculum now.
No.
At days in school, sex education.
Okay.
You tell your child about sex, what to expect from the opposite sex.
Disagree with you because a Nigerian mother will never do that.
That means you are
Because
telling
you
me.
learnt it from your mother, and it's the same thing you're still going to pass it to your children.
That means you are
You
telling
can
me
never
that
sit your child
now
and
that
start
you
telling
know
her
that what
about sex.
that means you are telling me that what your mother told you now, or what you learned from your mother, that is what you are going to.
It's the same thing that I will still tell my children not to get pregnant. I will not go.
No.
I will not start telling my child that once you get to this social age, please have a boyfriend and start having sex. No,
No,
even you
it's
as
not.
a mother, you will not do
It's
that.
not about having sex, but about knowing about it. There are some situations where a guy will just take a girl to somewhere, maybe come to my house, and the girl did not even know about sex. We'll be like, we start touching the girl. At times when they start touching the sensitive parts, the girl will be harassed, and the guy will just like calm down. It's not painful. Before you know,
You know what?
it's down already.
Because you allow your child to go close to a guy. That is why they will tell us.
But you can
not to
never
go close to
prevent.
guys.
You can never prevent
see,
a girl from
see,
a guy.
See, there are some things
We
that
may-
you cannot just prevent. First of all, you need to let this person know this thing so that at least
Yes.
allow the person to make decision. I've heard a story that there's this girl. She started the raping of this pubic hair. She got scared, and unfortunately for her, there is one stupid neighbor. He's a guy inside the house. He started
Party
telling,
shame.
uncle, see what I saw. Oh." Now the neighbor say, okay, fine. There's this cream that I will use. Once I rub it on you, those hair will go out. And this person now use that cream, start massaging this girl. Because she doesn't know what is arousal, blah, 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 blah. This guy ended up sleeping with the other girl that day. Okay, now imagine that this girl now went to the mother and I told her mother, okay, mama, you see what happen, see what happen. That couldn't have happened. To me, I blame our parents because at some point they will not give us this how would you call this? They will not give us this chance. They will not create this atmosphere for a child to be free with them to discuss some things with them.
Yes, that is about some parents because it's not all about teaching the person what to do. Like if you as a mother or the parent, you are close to your child in the way that if she sees any
She
difference
will come to
or
you.
any changes, she will come. Like me, the first time I saw my period, I told my mom because I was so scared because I don't know about period before. So it's the way they are opened. So if you as a parent, you're not close to your child, anything can happen. That is the time that let me say if they have any changes in them, they will now go and tell a wrong person. So this one that you're saying now is because the parent were not just so close to that girl. That is why she went down telling another person about it instead of telling her own mother.
There was this video I saw online one certain time like that on social media. The woman sat her child down. I think that girl should be around age of 7, even 6. I think don't allow any man to touch your breast. Any woman that say you should pull your clothes is not good. And when this, I think, is a lesson teacher wanted to abuse her, she voiced out immediately because her mother created the
Simple.
atmosphere.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And a girl not knowing about period is not even good. At least you have to sit your children down as a girl child at this age, because now you sit children at the age of 9 menstruating because everything has changed. Not like some of our parents will even tell you it was the age of 18, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Some 13. But now you see a girl of 8, 9 menstruating. So you need to educate them on that, on personal hygiene, how to take care of your body, and what to do when the opposite sex is bringing up some issue,
Sure.
and how to approach it.
Okay.
One thing I learned from my mom is that, okay, if a guy is asking you out and you know you are not ready, don't argue with the guy, don't fight with the guy so that the guy will not maybe rape you or stuff like that. You just have to give the person a good response. Maybe even if he's just like, okay, I don't have time now, I will get back to you. That is the only thing I can say. But sitting me down, telling me about sex, it was never there. And you expect me to know.
Okay. So now, why do you think that Nigerian parents they struggle to talk about this? Do you think it's religion, culture, or is it shame of talking about it to their children?
It's shame.
It's shame and it's still religion to our own country. Yes, it's religion to our own country and it's also shame because like I said before, we in Nigeria, if they tell us to do something, we do it extra. So if our parents are telling us like once you're at age of 18 or 17, have a boyfriend and start having sex. Let me say before you even get to that particular age,
Can I
sef,
correct you
will
on
be like,
something?
okay,
It's not like they will tell us start having sex.
that is what they are talking about. Why is it that they don't tell us about sex? Like how sex come about. You understand? So you will not expect them to say that. You understand? Because if they say it, maybe let me say I'm 15 and they start telling me about it, I would be like, before I even get to that 18, I would be like, I want to know this sex. What is sex all about? I want to know it. So maybe before you get to that age, then you'll be eager to know what sex is all about. So we end up not even reaching at the age of 18 and you decide to have sex with somebody. So for me, that is what I think. That is the reason why they feel shy, like they are shy of telling us. They don't want to tell us because they don't want us to corrupt. For me, that is my own part.
Why I say it's a shame for them is like because they'll say maybe once I tell this
Come
girl
inside now.
about sex, so she'll say, okay, this is how I come about, like this is how they give birth to me, or stuff like that.
Okay.
Maybe the girl will say, okay, my parents are practicing it every day. Let me to practice it. You understand?
Okay.
I think that is the shame. Or how will I tell my daughter? How will I tell my son? It's not only about girl. Even a guy need a sex education. But what I feel is like why they don't tell us is they are ashamed of it. How will I tell my child sex? What sex is?
Okay. Is it that they are ashamed of talking about sex to their child, or is it that they are ashamed of the act?
You
So now
know,
know where to come in.
normally sex is supposed to be a secret something.
Secret
Like that.
something
Yes.
between who and who.
Between a man and a woman. Just forget that
Is it supposed to be a secret from mothers to their child?
it's supposed to be a secret because they are too small to know about
It's not
it.
supposed to be a secret. Sorry.
It's supposed
I need to counter
It's
you
not
on this.
supposed.
See, as
Not
even
supposed.
between a boy and a girl, so long as they are legally in a relationship, it doesn't really have to do with maybe the marriage. So long as you know that these people are together, it's supposed to happen. But the only thing you can only guide it. Don't make mistake.
Yes.
That's just how it's supposed to be.
To
Don't make
prevent some
mistake.
things.
Prevent it.
But it's not. It has to do with when they get to that particular age. That is what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Not when they
okay.
are 14, 15.
Do you know that
And you know,
some children are abused and are molested and their parents don't know about it?
it's because you are not close to your daughter. Like you're not close to your child. Like
It's because
telling,
you cannot tell your child about sex, and you cannot even ask her, okay, what is going on with you? You know, when I tell you about sex, I can be able to tell you, okay, as a child, I'll just say, my daughter, did any man approach you today? Did anything happen to you? How do you feel?
see, telling your child about sex does not mean you will now tell him or her how to open her leg or how
It's not how to
practice the
open
sex.
leg. It's not oh God.
Like, wait, if I'm telling you that, see, my child, you don't need to go close to a man. Once a man touches your breast, avoid it, or touches your private parts, remove your clothes, all those things. So you as a child, you already know where I'm going to. So it's not until I open my mouth and start telling you, like, be raw about it.
Okay.
You
As a
understand?
child, I already know about it. How?
See, to me, if I must come in, you see, this thing now we're just talking about, this is sex. This thing now start as far as if your child come back from school. After a baby, how was school today? How was the lectures? How was this? How was this? Now you need to create that atmosphere
Yes.
for this person to be very clear and true with you. And he has to start with at a young age. So that this person will know that this is my mother.
Yes.
And this same mother is my best friend. This same mother is my nurse. This same mother is my
Thank you.
everything. And you need to play many roles for your child. Now, when you get to that sex aspect, you will not find it difficult to talk about sex to your child.
Yes.
Now, you need to create that atmosphere first. Just imagine that now your mother doesn't talk to you about anything. Once you just come back from school, he doesn't know whether there was an assignment, there's a school fees, there's anything. Then all of a sudden, she will just wake up one day and start talking to you about sex. How does he feel? That awkwardness will be there first. But now imagine that you start talking about this from the right age, maybe from, let's say, 2, 3, that friendliness is already there. So for you to
You
talk
have
about
built
it,
it
you talk about it
already.
as if it's a normal thing. To me, it's a normal thing.
Yes.
But now you need to start from talking from speaking about some certain things from an early stage. I don't see the reason why they should be ashamed of it, because this is what they practice on their own. They might have made a mistake that they don't want you to make. Is it not better they step in as your guidance?
Yes.
What is not that their role as a guidance?
I've
If they
forgotten.
cannot
When
talk to
they
you about it.
practice it on their own, that is why they need to leave you so that you practice. The only thing is that they need to guide
But
you
they-
and be there for you.
Okay, now the
Then the
guidance, and
children's
they're not
life
guiding
on
you.
in
Now they
danger.
cannot guide you. They will tell you, don't allow a man to touch you. Don't allow a man to see your pants. Don't allow any man to climb on top of you. Does it really make sense?
It's the same
It doesn't.
thing that they did
Not.
to them.
It
It's the
doesn't.
same thing that they did to them. So you will
That
not
era,
come today.
that era is
Go and
different.
stop it.
That era is
That
different.
is why
There
we
are
This
some
era.
want
things
it
they
to
have been
stop.
practicing it then and they're still practicing it today. So you
And that is why we
them
want it
wake
to
up one
stop.
day and stop it just like that. It's not
Okay,
possible. Like
okay,
it's not easy.
okay. Can I ask you a direct question?
Okay.
Because your mother did not talk to you about sex, does it mean that you not talk to your child about sex?
I will not talk to my child about sex. The
That's
only
enough
thing
ways
is
to
that
be.
I will be there for my child, like to tell
You are
her
very
about
wrong.
other things, but not going directly to that sex aspect. There is a limit when you get to that particular age, and I know that yes, you are now
And
up to
what do
that
you
level
think?
that guys will start approaching you. I will start telling you about all this.
And
But
what do you
at a tender age, I cannot just you are 14, you are 15. I will now call you and start telling you.
It's for 15 a
See,
tender age.
Yes,
excuse
ma'am.
me, can I tell you something? When I was in school, this thing, my communicable disease lecturer told me they went for health talk.
Okay.
It was junior school. After they finished the health talk, do you know the question that a guy asked? Where is the condom you came to share?
Okay. From junior class.
From junior class. And do you think now, junior class student, I think from 10, 11, 12, 13.
At most 14.
So, when is the right age?
And now you're talking about a 14-year-old child
Yeah, as
being a child that
child.
I cannot talk to the person about.
I should,
Do you know that there are people, as a girl, most of them start seeing their messages from 9 years. I've seen so many of them. Okay, now this is 9, this is 10, this is 11, 12, 13, 14, this is 5 years difference. This person has menstruated for 5 years and you still calling this person a child. Do you know that?
Oh.
I think that person has taken in. There's a child of 5 years in the family.
yes.
And you tell me that this is a child.
And do you
It
know
doesn't
that
matter.
once you
From
start
6, 7,
menstruating,
the person is an adult.
and once you even start menstruating, there's this thing
Yeah,
we call
from
it
experience.
period. You ovulate, And do you know that during the period of ovulation, oh God,
You know,
You
he
know,
takes the
don't
grace.
worry.
I'm saying
He takes
it.
the
I'm
grace
saying it
to
from
control
experience, you
yourself.
understand? Because the world is changing and we have all different body types.
Okay.
Like for me, I started seeing my period at the age of 14 to 15. So
Okay.
that is why I'm saying it. I don't know about people. You understand? So I'm saying it from experience. Me, I just think at that age, that is the age where you are supposed to like from that age. Because me,
Okay,
I started seeing my
can
at
I
the age
ask you
of
a
14.
question? At
Okay.
that age of 14 or 13, even before you started seeing your period, can you tell me that a guy have never approached you?
I don't have that chance. So like the people I grew up with, I don't go out, so
Okay.
I
From
can't
school.
from
Okay.
school.
We go out, even though you don't go out, you go to school. We mingle with people.
Okay. And as soon as I
Because
ask you another question before you answer, does it mean that before you started menstruating that you have not been hearing about sex?
not at
I've been
all.
hearing
Or
about it.
or do you want to tell me that at that age you don't even know what it means?
I don't. I've been hearing about it, but I don't know what it means.
No, you not tell me that you don't know what it means. The only thing you can tell me is that you have not experienced it at that
Bless it.
age.
No,
Or
You
you
know
have
what
not
it means.
practiced it.
No,
You have seen
See,
it.
let me
You know
tell you,
it.
okay.
You know it. Then
Okay,
you not tell me
this
that you have not. No, nah.
this is one of my little
No, nah.
secrets that I want to talk about.
okay.
Even before I started menstruating at the age of 13. And before then, I can tell you that I've been watching porn. There's this guy, his name is Joseph. Cassette, like, it was a DVD, like, how will I even put it? Cassette now. It was his brother that have it. He will play it, we will all watch. I watched with guys. Do you understand? I did not practice it, but I already know what it is. And nowadays, children of nowadays, oh God, even a girl at the age of 13 have two boyfriends.
I heard a story. That should be last week. I was checking Facebook. There's this story that a pastor raped a 14-year-old child. Now, when they called the girl for interrogation, do you know what this guy said? She said she had two boyfriends. She had been keeping them for the past 2 years and had been having sex with her concurrently.
I
That
think
that this pastor now was never the person that the flower her. I'm not trying to support the pastor
What he did was
was
good.
right. But now imagine a child,
Of
a
14
14-year-old
years
girl,
old girl.
had two boyfriends for 2 years.
Yes. Can I tell you, even now in Earthline, because I'm a licensed earth worker, we are permitted to give, family planning. Family planning, they say, is an agreement between husband and wife
Yes.
to have children by choice and not by chance. That is the definition of family planning.
Okay.
Agreement between husband and wife to have children by choice and not by chance.
Okay.
And now, as practitioners, we are allowed to give even a single girl. Because before,